principle replacing ego. Uh, I know you means what? I know you because of the direct experience, the direct knowledge. Direct knowledge means what? The mind going through the sense organs, and that is how I know. How do I know myself? I am the knower. That is how I know you. So, because you are seen, so it's a direct knowledge about you. You are the truth because you are seen. I am the truth because I am seeing you. See that? I'm also the truth. You are also the truth. But what is the difference when I see through my eyes and the mind? That you are an object for me and I am a subject for myself. Right? Now, who is the knower in me? Behind the mind is the real I. So, if I am aware of the real I all the time, where is ego? Ego does not exist. So called, we say ego. That causes the problem. So, there is one who is sitting inside, is not the ego, it is the knower. So, sitting inside cannot be seen. Sitting inside cannot be seen. Restart again. I know you. Why? I see you. You are the truth. It is direct knowledge. So you are seen. You are an object. I see myself. I am a subject. How do I see myself? In direct reference. I am the knower. Because I know you, so it means I am present. I know myself. So I know you. It is inference. But now who is sitting inside cannot be seen is the real I. That real I has nothing to do with the ego because we do not know that real I. The mind says, come on, you are the body and the mind, you are the breath, you are the sense organ, this is you, this is ego. This is ego. This is ego. See another way. When I say I know it is my experience, do I believe that I know it is my experience or I simply know it? There is nothing to believe. I exist, I know I exist. I need not to believe it. I'm here and now. I'm speaking. I am. I am. I am. I exist. I exist. That's a real I. But when the mind superimposes that I am the teacher, you are the student, mind superimposes I am the male, you are the male, mind superimposes that superimposition and defining who I am is ego. When I don't define, I know I am. Nothing to worry about ego. Now see how the ego takes the shape. What is your weight? It is 120 pound. No, it's the weight of your body. It's not your weight. So, by habit, by uh, living in lack of awareness, I build that ego. What is your size? I'm 6 feet. Your body is 6 feet. You are not. That knower has no shape, no size, no age, no weight. Can I become aware? I am. That I am has no shape, no size, no weight, no color, no nationality. Instantly, when you think like this, when you reflect like this, that ego stands nowhere, it goes away. It simply goes away. It flies out. Why? Ego has no existence. Ego does not exist. We force it to exist. How dare you say me? How dare? I already have an image about who I am with reference to the body, breath, mind, intellect, body, color, shape, nationality. And then I say, how dare you say me? So that I am takes root in our life and it causes lot of problems. I am, I exist. So this I am sitting inside, what, how much weight it has? It has no weight. What is the shape of that I am? No shape. What is the color of this? No color. What is its nature? Its nature is knowledge, consciousness. Its nature is knowledge and consciousness. That is real I am. See that? So sometimes we say, oh, we have to destroy ego, I become ego. Don't destroy it because it does not exist. Do you want to make an effort to destroy that does not exist? When I live into that awareness, what is that awareness? That I need not to believe that I am. I need not to believe it is my experience. I'm seeing you, I'm seeing the world outside. See that? I need not to believe that I'm the knower. I simply see, it's okay, it's fine. I need not to believe I love myself, or you need not to say that, okay, do you love yourself? No, I love myself. That's natural. In a dark room, I know I am. I cannot see the objects outside. I cannot see whether you are present in that dark room or not, but I know I am. I exist. I'm present. It has nothing to do with the body. It has nothing to do with the sense organ. It has nothing to do with the thoughts and feeling. It has nothing to do with the belief. I know I am. I know I am. I know I am. Direct knowledge. One, indirect knowledge by the thought structure and feeling and images. And it is neither direct, it is nor indirect. It is here and now. So once we are clear this I has no shape, no size, no age, no weight. You know what Buddha says? Buddha says that you exist in time. Here you exist, that time has gone. Now you exist again. You heard me again? You exist now, from moment to moment. So that is why they say it is better to see the emptiness, huh? to find the emptiness of the mind, where this moment will go away. And when this moment will go away, you will abide in your real self. So there, you see the contradiction in Buddhist teaching, but it is interesting. Contradiction does not mean that they are wrong. That is how every master approaches. Buddha says, know thyself. That's a famous proverb. Know thyself. And then it says, go into emptiness, nothingness. Then it also says, nothingness. There is no self. Then why I should know thyself? Why I should know myself? But that is the way the teachers teaches. Other philosophies, they say, who you are of the size of the body. There is another philosophy, very, very pragmatic, Jainism in India, which is very much prevalent. So they say, what is the size of eye? It is of the size of the body. Ant, size of the ant. Human. Size. But if I understand that I am constantly changing in Buddhism, then why the hell I should know? I don't know what I will become tomorrow. There is no need. Let me continue. And if I'm of the size of the body, then I'm subjected to death and the birth. So our master says, after all, find out who knows the shape, size, weight of the body. There is a knower inside. That knower is different from the shape, size, weight of the body. Who knows the time? There is a past, present, and the future. That knower is different from the past, present, and future. Who knows the weight? That is different from the weight. And that is what is Satchidananda. That is the real I. We'll take up those aspects also for clarification later. So, is that I the knower of time, space, and object? I am the knower of you. So, I am different. I am the knower of time, space, and object. I am different. Finished. Simple. I know you. How? You are object. I am the knower. Knower is different from the object that I know. Time is object. I know the time, past, present, and future. Hence, I am different from the time. I know the weight and the shape and the size and the color. I know I am the knower. I am different from all of them. Then who I am, our master says, Satchidananda. Absolute consciousness, existence, bliss. That knower who is sitting inside is also the knower of time, space, object. Means what? That knower is of the nature of knowledge that contains the knowledge of shape, size, weight, time, color. Are you understanding? Purely physics. Knowledge of I is the knower. That knower is the knowledge that contains the knowledge of everything outside. It means the mind has created time, space, and the object. Throw the mind away. There is a real I. That is a real I. So that ego superimposes over the real I because I do not know it, because I don't want to know it. We will pick up some of the teachings of our great master Ramakrishna Paramhans about this crazy ego. He says, he gives one example: sun and clouds. Sun can give heat and light to the whole world, but he cannot do so when the clouds are there. Means that sun gives universal. One example to understand. So, but he cannot give the light and the heat to the whole world if it is clouds are there. That cloud is ego with reference to the real self. Egoism is like a cloud which keeps the real self hidden from our sight. The moment the clouds goes away, huh? So this master says, by the blessing and the grace of a guru, the God is perceived, that real self is perceived in all its glory. So think of this, compare. I am sun, like a sun, which is always there. Clouds hides it. That clouds is ego. So it means what? The master is saying that that real I is gone. I don't know. But the ego has come which says you are limited. You can be infinite by having $1 billion. You can be infinite by having a big house. You can be very you can be recognized if you have a beautiful wife or maybe Miss World. See that. That is a cloud. That is a cloud. And that is ego. We are doing this. In fact, we want to start with that Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. So I will constantly refer you all these 15 principles so that we can go deeper. Ahankara. Ego is known as ahankara. So the one is ahem. It is made up of two words. Ahem means I am. Kar means shape. We have just now understood this real I has no shape, size, weight, color. So the real definition, ahamkara. When I am takes the shape, it is ego. I am. Until then, it is okay. I am a teacher, ego. I am a student, ego. But it is a good ego. That is how we have to progress. I am. I am rich. So richness has to do something from outside. That is negative ego. When I am rich, then why I am frustrated? Why I live in stress and suffering? I am very handsome, then why I am frustrated? Because I am not finding the beautiful women like me. You will never find it. Do whatever you do. That is why you are frustrated, and that is ego. So when the I takes the shape, I should become aware when I takes the shape. I takes the shape. So I takes the shape is ego. Let us see, man's ego itself. Now, Ramakrishna, I love this. Ramakrishna says that our ego is delusion and illusion. It is Maya. Finished. He says this is Maya. Don't go too far. Don't go academically to understand what is Maya. Ego is Maya. I ask the mind to meditate, and the mind continues to build up I. So the Maya continues, meditation doesn't succeed. Simple. You see, that is why I always say being comfortable, being carefree, being casual, natural. It comes from nowhere. It does not exist till it comes, it appears. So, what appears true is not true, is Maya. So, ego appears true, but it is not, it is Maya. Ramakrishna says beautifully that if you put a cloth, I just put a cloth, you cannot see me anymore. I am still very near as you are. So, that knower is nearer to me. But I cover it. What is that covering? That covering is I am. Just think and contemplate, that covering is I am. What it takes you to remove the cover? Nothing. I need to be simply aware, and in that field of awareness, I have a glimpse of the real I. Ashtavakra says, Naham tada moksho, tadaham tada bandhanam. Where there is ego, there is a bondage. I didn't understand that. Ego is Maya. Ego is Maya, delusion, cause of suffering. You see that we have understood. Just take another perspective. Patanjali says, Avidya, Asmita, Rag, Dvesh, Abhinivesha. There are 5 causes of suffering. First cause is lack of awareness of reality, avidya or ignorance. Then comes asmita, that is egoism. And you see the chain reaction of raga and dvesha, abhinivesha, the strong identification with the body. So ego is maya, it is delusion, it is the cause of the suffering. You have to think and contemplate again and again. Ramakrishna says rice, pulse, potatoes, and other things are put in a cold water, in a bowl, can be touched with the hand until they are heated on the fire. The same statement applies to the individual. How it applies? This body is like a bowl, wealth and learning, caste and lineage, power and position are like rice, pulse, potatoes. And then what is the ego? Ego is a heat. You have a beautiful kitchen, you have a beautiful bowl, and then you put all the vegetables there. So heat is not on. As long as the heat is not on, they remain separate. They are individual. They are not me. They are not mine. Now you put it on the gas, it is heated. That heat is the egoism. From where that heat has come? From all the mixtures. I am the body, I am the mind, I am more intelligent than you, and then I have earning, I have lot of wealth, I don't have the wealth, then my shape, then my size, all are put together in a bowl which heats up, that is ego. Without purification of the mind, ego will not drop. Without ego, without the purification of the mind. And this mind has three levels of problems. First level of the problem, it is seeking something outside to and projecting happiness, impurities, causes anger, agitation, reaction, concern, fear, grief. Second is distraction, agitation. Mind is not stable. It gets agitated. It has been agitated over the same thing years and years, and still it does not want to understand. I don't have money, work hard. Why to get agitated? See that. That's a beautiful way that this master puts it. I and mine. Use it with awareness, no problem. Use it in ignorance, there is always a problem. Simple application in life. This is another message Ramakrishna gives us. I and me and mine. With awareness, it has no value. I'm using it for convenience. I'm only an instrument. Finished. But when I use in ignorance, then I have a problem. Ramakrishna was extraordinary master. He did not go through any study. He says, garlic paste. So he says that you mash the garlic in a cup, and now you wash it, still the smell remains. Even if you wash it with the soap. So he says that egoism is like a garlic paste that does not leave you even after you wash it again and again and again and again. So it means we have to wash it again and again every day from every moment. We cannot say that, no, I have done 5 postures, I have stretched my body, I feel relaxed. No, there is no moment of relaxation. At every moment, this may return. It keeps its smell like a garlic paste. I always love to talk about ripe ego and unripe ego, the word coined by Ramakrishna. Ripe ego. Nothing is mine. Whatever I see, feel, hear, because I see through the sense organ, this is my direct experience. And whatever I know from the mind is not me. Ripe ego. One part. And second part, I should remind, I am pure consciousness. I am Satchidananda. Such ideas comes from the ripe ego. This is my house, this is my wealth, this is my son, this is my wife, this is my body. This is unripe ego. So he goes little deeper. He says, Use your I. I am the servant of God. I am the servant of my master. It will work. But if you, that is the ripe ego. Don't you know me? I'm talking of ego. How dare you said this? I am talking of unripe ego. Now see from the other point of view. The moment I have a sense of attachment with anything in the world outside, unripe ego. I have a sense of attachment to the real self, it is ripe ego. So, how long I have to be attached to that ripe ego, to my real self all the time? How? I am simply aware. What is that awareness? That is knowledge. What is that knowledge of the self? It itself is the knowledge. Self is knowledge. Knowledge is self. What I need? Awareness. Do I need to practice anything? Nothing. But it comes at a later stage. When we are absorbed deeper into the meditation, mind is purified completely. Any thought that enters into your mind about unripe ego, become aware, replace it with the thought is one way gradually to drop that ego. We are talking of three masters, Ramakrishna, Aurobindo, and Shankaracharya. What advice they had given at different times to different disciples. There is a beautiful story. There was a uh, couple, they're not married, but they used to love to each of them. They loved each other too much. So one day, the boy went outside to shop. When he returned, he knocked the door. The girl from inside said, "Who is this?" "I am." Door was not opened. The boy thought that she might be busy in taking a bath, so I will. After a few minutes, he knocked the door again. "Who is this?" "I am." Third time, "I am." Then he realized. Now he knocked the door at the fourth time. "Who is this?" "Only you, only you." And the door was opened. So, what is the meaning? Only you. You maintain your awareness that there is only one real self, that is one approach, or there is only one Shiva, there is only one Kali. Pick up any image, there is only one Jesus. Pick up anything. So we are crushing that ego by referring to the real self. Only you, only you, only you. Slave. The Muslims have lot of slaves. So there were a couple of masters who also had lot of servants. Sometimes you can call them disciples, but not exactly. So the master called the disciple. "What you do today, I will do what you wish. What you want to, what drink you have made, whatever you say, sir. Look at it. Whatever you say, sir. When you go to sleep, when you order me to sleep, how long you will remain awake, So the disciple used the master in every word, in every sentence he answers. So that master started crying. He touched the feet of the disciple and said, I did not have such a great commitment to my God the way you are committed to me. I learnt a big lesson. That is the way to crush your ego. Commitment, sincerity. You wake up in the morning, you have a headache. First, you are aware the body has a headache, not me. Oh, that is the way the God has given me this day. Let me remain aware. You miss something, you receive more money today, so everything you give responsibility to the existence. Again, go back to Nitya and the Namitya karma, binding and unbinding desire. So everything is included in this step, 14th step. So you see that ego dissolves by meditation. That is why, that is one of the reason we need to practice it every day. By regular practice of meditation, where it becomes a ripe ego, you enjoy your life. Ego. As you drop this wretched ego, you will find yourself that now you are living like a child. Childlike calmness and simplicity enters into your life. You keep ego of knowledge, ripe ego. Ramakrishna says no, you should keep the ego of knowledge. If you don't keep the ego of knowledge, living in a personal, professional, social life, it will backfire you. Simple steps. So the more you contemplate on this, oh, it will happen. What is ego? It is I thought. What is thought? It gives me some knowledge. It is a product of knowledge. That is why I speak. So I thought in the mind or intellect that gives an experience of the self I am, which is a curtain that makes us feel we are separate from the existence. Where are you? I am here. It has already taken the shape of the ego. Where I am everywhere, ripe ego. But not by thought, but by awareness through the deep meditation. That realization comes, I am everywhere. But yes, we can start by this thought, I'm everywhere. Then you make sure that how you know that you are everywhere. How you are everywhere. We are working, lot of steps are there. Ego sense. Now let us learn something from Sri Aurobindo, a great master. He says there are many types of ego. Mental ego. When I identify with the mind, when I say it is my judgment, my logic is correct, Then there is a pranic ego. Then I put myself in the emotional level. Have you seen those people? They emotionally blackmail you. You might have found it is pranic ego. No, no, you are not taking care of me. You are such a husband. They want to say that you are the crazy husband, but they have tears in their eyes. And sometimes we do the same thing. No, no, please understand. Physical ego. My body, my possessions, you can easily understand. Then there is a spiritual ego. I have reached enlightenment. You might have met many teachers. Oh, I have reached. I know everything. Spiritual ego. Then there is a sattvic ego. Sattva. You know all these words, that's why I'm talking. Sattvic ego brings knowledge and happiness. I am receiving knowledge. I am full of delight. These feelings are actions of the sattvic ego. Ego of a seeker. We should keep that ego of a seeker. Rajasic ego. I see one beautiful, she is a wonderful teacher, yoga here. So it's a 1 hour session, and in almost every session, I'm in a hurry. I will leave. I just want to go away. I have a lot of work to do. Rajasic ego. Calm down. Tell the mind. Calm down first. Calm. Thousands of people have done great work in this world, and they have come, they have gone. You have come, you will also go. Calm down. Do everything in calmness and peace. No, no, if I don't do, why I am so much concerned? Because, you know, because I have to achieve success. Because I say, huh, I have to do a lot of work. I am strong. I am fully busy. I am running all the time. Rajasic ego. That destroys you. So you have to calm down. You have to move. Use the knowledge and happiness. Knowledge and happiness, first 8 practices. First 8 steps. Likes and dislikes. I'm creating unfavorable condition because of Rajasic and Tamasic ego. Likes and dislikes, sins, virtue and vice. You see that? Inherent desire, inherent defects in the pleasure. So I have to get out of the inherent defects of the pleasure also. So tamasic ego, I oppose knowledge. What the hell teacher is speaking? I don't understand. I'm enjoying my life. Eat, drink, and me marry. Why to waste time in meditation? It's better to take a couple of glasses of vodka. Opposing knowledge. I'm helpless. I'm lazy. I'm incapable. I'm good for nothing. When these thought comes, it is tamasic ego. I have no hope. I'm so weak. I'm so miserable. I'm oppressed. I'm unsupported. Nobody supports me. Tamasic ego. It is very dangerous. I have no power, no capacity. Sometimes the couple uses against each other. That becomes a great tamasic ego. So if someone uses against you, just remain calm. Yes, you are. I know you are really helpless. You don't have anything. I can understand that. No, I know, I can understand, but you have to be careful not to get carried away by the tamasic ego of others and not to use this tamasic ego. I'm helpless, I'm wretched, I'm lazy, I'm incapable, good for nothing, unsupported by. Why? You just continue working in sattvic ego and you will see the help will come. See that. The ego that is very harmful when you say, nobody supports me, I'm crazy, but I have nothing to do it. No, 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 no. Then we have an individual ego. Individual ego is in ignorance and limitation of the self. Collective ego. I'm an American. America is a great nation. Or I'm an Indian. I have a rich culture. So we have, I think, hundreds of Indians I meet. They say, our culture is very rich. I ask them, are you rich in culture? They don't know anything. Or whatever they do, they always have a wrong notion. Collective ego. Collective ego. I meet a lot of people. Oh, no, no, no. I know our culture is so rich. That is why you are successful. Very good. Very good. Now, see the main point here. We were born, we grew up, and the individual ego has taken the shape. I started asserting I am. Until that point, ego was the helper. Definitely. Individuality, individual consciousness. I need to practice yoga, to practice meditation, to enter into the state of enlightenment. Without that individuality, I cannot do any yoga. And the entire Eastern wisdom is just a waste. Forget about it. It has no value. But what happens now? See the adolescent, kids. Dad, if you don't buy a phone, I will leave my house. That is the problem. Individuality. Ego is a helper, and ego is a barrier. But what to do? Society teaches the same thing. What? If I am in love with someone, do you know what the love is? Don't teach me. I have already seen you are fighting with my mom for so many times. I know what the love is. Gone. Barrier. Ego is a helper, ego is a barrier. So until that individuality, I feel I'm individual. Let this individual do sadhana, reach to the state of enlightenment. Let this individual follow these principles, do the nitya and the naimitya karma. As an individual, I have to do it. So that is why these principles are helpers. It will not cause any barrier. What causes the barrier? You forget the second principle. I'm not doing nitya and the naimitya karma. I'm doing the work out of the ego. Ego is a barrier. Look at the beauty, the way these steps are designed. The more I go and start contemplating and reflecting, I see, oh, how beautiful. That ego becomes a barrier. Arvindo says there is a bad impact of ego. You continue to live in ignorance. We have to gain the knowledge of the real self. We experience miseries, difficulties in day to day life. Every day. If you have that ego is in your life. Either you find, what should I do? I have a problem with my honey. I have a problem with my business. I have a problem with my neighbor. I have a problem in my house. I have a problem with my car. So ego creates unfavorable condition. So I have to go a little deeper, contemplate, reflect. Where lies the problem? Come on, drop this. So when you drop this, you are at ease. Why our masters are at ease? Why my master used to always says that be in peace, keep smiling. It if there is an element of fear, it is because of ego. If you have a depression and suicidal tendency, it is because of ego. So we have to examine, we have to move from the tamasic ego to rajasic ego to sattvic ego, follow these principles. One of the many ways to get rid of the ego, always live into that movement of love and self offering. Shiva, what I am, what I have, what I possess, all belongs to you. Live into that state of mind. All belongs to you. I am a trustee. That is why I'm taking care of everything. Non paid trustee. Trustee is not paid. When you have a not for profit organization and you are a trustee, I'm a trustee of two organizations, one of which I'm president. I'm not paid even a single penny. But then I have to take care of everything. It is for the serving the society. So, in deeper meditation, we should contemplate when the mind is clear, when the mind is in peace, then say, individual, yes, I'm an individual. So, that individuality has to be applied in the journey of the self discovery, not for asserting anything outside in relationship to the wealth or no wealth, in relationship to the smartness or no smartness. It has to be dropped with awareness. And then what happens? Ego starts dropping down. My master used to say, I said my dad died. Oh, let thy be done. Let thy be done. You understand the meaning of the thy be done? Let the will of the God be done. You did not give birth to your dad, and you have no clue when the dad will die. My uncle died, and I rushed to my master. He said, let thy be done. Let thy be done. Let thy be done. So, what it means, let thy be done? I am your instrument, O God, O existence, O Master. The way the car is my instrument, I say I park the car and it remains there. I drive the car and the car moves with me. So, similarly, I am an instrument of you existence. I will find out what is the best to be done in this situation without getting into tamasic and rajasic ego. See that? Beautiful. So every time you say, how do you see me? Ah, it is because of you. How you are listening to me, it is because of you. So there is an awareness behind. Awareness. So that does not, huh? That prevents the ego to come in between. A lot of things. Yes, then there is another way. You use the strong willpower. But sometimes that becomes a failure. So there is that will we will come back to austerity. Another way is to maybe 5 minutes, couple of times you sit in total, you take the mind behind the body, behind the thoughts, behind the breath, and sit in that so called silence deeper inside. And then ask, ego, where are you? It is not there. You will find it is not there. And so, couple of times, every time you feel you are agitated, you have fears, you have duality, you have conflict, let me find out. Let me go deeper. So, because you are going deeper, ego lives with the body, mind, intellect, thoughts, possessions, things of the objects of the world outside. You've already taken your mind back. It goes away. I will not ask you to do, but uh, I used to do a lot. You simply lie down and you visualize, imagine. Your right hand is separate from the body and it is 1000 meters away. I told you before. Yeah, left leg and head and the neck. And then you ask, where are you? you are, either you are everywhere where the different parts are there, or you are nowhere. So regular practice of that also kills ego. It's a very huge practice. I think, in tantra books and also uh, in other Puranas, that technique is there, that you think. Because thinking creates the ego. So I do the thinking to kill the ego. Kill the ego. Then the ego attracts. Ego cannot live without its agents. I have seen lot of real estate chain of huh, chain of organizations in US, and then they have an agent, and then they approach you. Same thing, ego cannot live without its agent. There are three most powerful agents of the ego: power, wealth, sex. Career, success, money. It doesn't mean that you don't pursue a career, you don't earn money, but they are the big agents. So keep these agents free from the ego and continue to work. Ego is not necessary to earn money. Beautiful. This teaching comes from Arvindo. Otherwise, do something. What you do, you develop endurance. Endurance, level of endurance goes away. That is the part of tapasya. Physical body, endurance in eating, endurance in staying, stillness. No, let me keep my body still for 10 minutes only. Oh, the hand moved. Let me become aware. It is because of the ego. Bring it down. What you will find that you are separate from the body. Greater the understanding that I am not the body, I am not the mind. That is why Trataka in Hatha Yoga is used. Trataka. Huh? Gazing, fixing. Practice humility. We normally do not practice humility with those people and relations who are younger than us. Come on, daughter. You have to do this. No. Practice more humility with those younger ones instead of older ones. Older ones because we are wise enough, so we always pay respect to our elders. Practice humility. That is another way. Practice plasticity is another Another approach Arvindo says, what is plasticity? This body does not belong to me, and keep your focus on the body. Relax it deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper so that this body appears like it has totally become a softer and plastic. I met one great master in Sri Aurobido's ashram long back. I'm already crazy. I was crazy there also. So they have a very strict instruction that you cannot touch the disciple who was very old, living in the second floor. I said, I'm going to touch. They have a very strict instruction. Because if you make your body plastic by meditation, your body becomes extremely pure. And if one touches, that impurity goes into them. So that is why I said, I have to touch this. I have this very strong intention. I wanted to know. I wanted to explore. And I said, Guru never dies. Anyhow, I went there and I prostrated. I fell deep inside. I touched I caught both of his feet. So other disciples took me away, but when I saw this master was squeezed completely, he was this big and his body squeezed. It became very small and it took some time and then it regained its own position. That's a very high practice. It takes long time. You have to take care of your food. You have to take care of these practices regularly for a couple of years and then you reach there. No ego. When you are not the body, you are not ego. I have a lot of these crazy experiences. Maybe he helped me. Who knows? He helped me. He has taken a lot of my impurities. That's a different topic. So that I believe so. Yes, without awakening to the real self, we cannot reach to that ego. And that's another way. Anytime we feel the ego has taken over, remember the three principles: moving within, living within, awakening within. Moving, living, awakening. Move within. Mind, ego will say, no, come out. Ask the mind to go within. You may have fought with someone. At those times, the mind continues to think about that person with whom you have a fight. It continues to raise you. You have hesitation. This practice becomes very move the mind within. How? Move from the world out, the room outside, then to the body, then to the breath, then to the mind, deeper than the mind to the knowledge, again and again. It calms down. It calms down. That is exactly the meaning of serving the sandals of the Guru. We have not to take literally. If the sandals are infected with COVID-19 and I'm serving, so we have to be fairly wise. We have to understand what it means. And the last point comes, who is serving whom? Is not the Guru serving the seeker by removing the ignorance? The Guru is lifting the seeker from the lower to the higher consciousness. It can happen only when the entire mind is placed internally at the feet of the Master. So outwardly it appears the seeker is serving the Guru, but in fact the Guru is serving the Guru is serving the seeker.